Thank you. Thank you for joining us and welcome to our presentation on data mining, brought to you by digitaldoubles.com. My name is Rita Ashton and I'm a president with our new consumer community. I do a lot of things in the company, but the role that I most enjoy is being part of the Leadership Council. So we have a lot of fun thinking of ways, thinking of strategies of how to make our company number one, and lots of just enjoyable activities. So we have lots of fun on the council. Our company is a Academy of the Private Investor, and we've got over 750,000 partners all around the globe. We have business in over 175 countries, and we have 72 people now that have achieved the rank of president. We speak over 11 languages. They are available in our back office, and the company has paid nearly 100 million to our network in bonuses. We've also achieved nearly 1.4 million registrations over the past 5 years. So very exciting time to be part of this academy. These two gentlemen are Alexander Neymark and Dmitry Radkovich, and Alexander's the CEO. Dmitry is the vice president of the company digitaldoubles.com. Now, our company, Academy of the Private Investor, we're happy to say that we have partnered with these two gentlemen, and you can see their bios. They're very experienced, very knowledgeable in the technical space, in the space of blockchain as well. And we're glad to have them on board, bringing us their project, which is artificial intelligence. And we've partnered with them, and we are happy to say that we own 50% of this company. Now, the digitaldoubles.com consists of, that company consists of 5 pillars, and one of the pillars is data mining. And this is the project that we're working on at the moment. And data mining, the main function of data mining is to get as many people connected to you as possible via social media, right? So as many people as possible connected to your friends and connections on a social media account. Now, at the moment, we're using LinkedIn, but we're also going to include platforms such as Facebook and maybe Twitter, maybe Instagram, who knows. But let's have a look at social media platforms just in general and look at the number of people that have active accounts. Total all across the world are 6.8 billion active accounts all around the world. So that's quite a lot of people, and we definitely want to connect with all of those people, and that is why we realize that the best way to do that is via social media. So we want to be able to connect to them on all different kind of platforms. So it could be one that you're familiar with here in Australia, or it could be one of these ones that you've never heard about, maybe WeChat in China. And there's another one called Kakao that's very popular in Korea as well. So this is what our aim is, to connect people to us all over the world, because we are going to be able to monetize them as an audience. So how does data mining work? Well, we have a data mining license product that is available in our back office website for anybody to purchase that is of 18 years and over. Now, this product, what you do is you follow some step-by-step instructions, which is what Shane does in our workshop, and we get you set up so that is going to sync up with your social media account. And like I said before, at the moment we're using LinkedIn. Now, once you get that set up together, the data mining software, or should I say more specifically, the artificial intelligence, will send out a message to people on LinkedIn on your behalf, and it will just ask them a simple question about connecting with you. So for example, it might say, hi, Joseph, I see we have some things in common, let's get connected. So that person can either accept you as a connection and friend or not. So the artificial intelligence won't ask them more than one time. They'll just ask one person one time, give them the invitation, and if we don't get a response, they just move along. right? So the idea here is that we just get all of those connections because we're trying to build the biggest audience that we can get. How can I make an income stream with data mining? So we're going to be doing this a number of ways. I can tell you 2 ways that we will do it via social media. And also another way that we can do it is obviously selling the product. So let's look at the first way. We call this one making sales campaigns. Now, the word sales campaigns, this is on the perspective of the company that's doing the sales campaigns, right? But if you're a consumer, and you're looking at a sales campaign, you would see that as just a typical TV ad, right? Or just your typical Facebook ad or LinkedIn ad. It's an ad, right? So ad from one side of the counter, and on the other side of the counter, the person who's giving you the ad to look at, it's called a sales campaign. So we want to be able to run sales campaigns for many people, for companies, or for, you know, entrepreneurs, freelancers, and make sure that they're able to sell their product or service. And then in return, it gives us a chance to monetize off that sale. The second way we are going to be making an income stream is by selling content. So when we're connected to many, many people, the artificial intelligence will be able to scan the pages of our pages and people we're connected to and get all the data that they've written, and data can be segmented into, you know, bits of information that are necessary, and that can be sold to companies who want that information. And it's a big business. Like, for example, Facebook has sold $50 billion worth of our information. It's a lot of money that they have made. And, you know, I didn't even feel that, you know, that it was a problem to me. So I like the way that, yes, they do sell information. They made a hell of a lot of money doing it. But, you know, it didn't really bother me, even though part of that information they sold was mine, because they're very discreet about it. And that's what I think that we should be following in their footsteps as well. So this is how we monetize. This is how we're going to make money off the product. So we have clients that come to us, and our artificial intelligence, we call it, also you might hear them call it a mega brain. We help them to sell anything, products, services. When we do this for them, we share in some sort of the profits. Now there's different ways that they will share the profits with us, but, you know, this is, and if you watch a data mining webinar with Boris and Dimitri and Alexander, they actually can get into the specifics of how that profit is shared. But nevertheless, it's another way to make money online. Now, let's look at how many people that we can attract as our audience, friends, and connections, if you will. In approximately 6 to 12 months, we will be able to manage about 1 billion people. In a year, we'll be able to manage 1 to 2 billion people. And over 24 months, we'll be able to manage 3 to 5 billion people. Or should I say, those are how many people we will have as our audience. Now, that is absolutely huge, because right now there is no known business in the world, no organization that can manage more than 3 billion accounts. So just think, in 2 years' time, 2 short years from now, we could be, or we will be, the first company to do such a thing, right? All things going well. So very exciting times ahead for us in this space. So let's just look at a typical sales campaign. A sales campaign, what happens is the company decides on the product or the service that they're going to sell. They normally design some sort of an ad, some sort of a sales campaign. Either their company will design it, or maybe we'll have a team of people that design it, and then that will get broadcast out to the network, right? The special ad, or it may not be an actual ad. It could be a series of conversations as well. It could be an invitation by a private message as well. So it may not always be an ad, but that gets broadcast out to the network, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, any social media platform. And when people read the message or see the ad, it'll entice them to click on that and then go to the website. Now, this will be the website of our client that has come to us to help sell their goods or services. Now, when your audience goes to the website, they will hopefully will click on the products or the services and they will buy. And this is how you will derive an income stream from that, right? So the whole idea is that you get as many people in your audience as possible. And this is what we're doing with the data mining software. Now, let's just take a look at a typical campaign example. Let's suppose that we have 100 million people that we're connected with. It's not really that far-fetched to think we can be connected to that many people. We're already connected to 1.2 million already, and that's only taken us about 6 weeks with just maybe 2,000 to 3,000 people connected. So you imagine that we have at least 20 or 30,000 people connected, we'll be able to reach that target of 100 million. So 100 million, really, that's only 10,000 people connected that have 10,000 friends. Nice and simple, 5,000 on Facebook and 5,000 on LinkedIn. Now the campaign button will be pressed, and statistics show, this is what Alexander said, that 10% of your audience may visit the website, and also that 1% of your audience will buy. So if 1% of 100 million people were to purchase, that is 1 million people. And let's say the product is $100. That means that we will have generated for this company 100 million in revenue within the first hour. Now, from that 100 million, that doesn't belong to us. That belongs to the company who are our clients, who we are helping to advertise their product or service, but somehow we will get some profits from that amount. Now let's also look at sale of analytical data. Now remember, this is what I said is that artificial intelligence will scan the pages that we write on for us and the people that we're connected to, and they will keep that data and they will be able to put it into packages of like-minded information and sell that information to companies who want to buy it. Now these are companies that buy every day. Social media contains billions of data, apparently 350 million fresh pages of content on Facebook alone every single day. And these are the people that want to buy this information: profit organizations, researchers, advertisers, startups. They all take interest in statistics about people's preferences, people's wishes, people's lifestyles, their hobbies, their hopes, their dreams, their jobs, what restaurants they go to. They want to know everything about you so that they can then market their product to you accordingly. Social media sell data packages in an ad view form without giving access to the source data, which they believe they own. So that just means that when we are on the website of Facebook or on the website of LinkedIn, to us, that is our data. We think that is our data because we write it on our page, on our profile. But in actual fact, it's actually the data then belongs to the platform. Thank you for muting that person. Okay. Yeah, so the data belongs to the platform and they're able to sell that data. So it's a $50 billion industry, and we will also, when they sell the data to companies that want it, we'll also share in the profits of that as well. Now let's look at, in terms of what we would look like. We are a lot of miners. We are data miners, or we just call ourselves miners. And this has absolutely nothing to do with cryptocurrency, okay? Absolutely nothing to do with cryptocurrency at all. So we're data mining, and what happens is all of us as data miners, we're all adding people to our networks every single day, and all the information is actually kept in one location with the artificial intelligence. So anything that happens to the people that we're connected with, so for example, people that we're connected to will purchase from a website, we don't have to take note of all that information. We don't have to go back to, Julie and say, hey, Julie, did you see that ad and did you buy anything? We don't have to do any of that, because the AI already knows. It's going to keep a track of all of that information for us, so we don't have to. So it's all automated. You don't have to follow up with any of your network, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, the company's called digitaldoubles.com. That is another pillar, and the digital doubles, which we have not started that project yet, what they are is a personal assistant to you, right? So you can see in this picture of a person facing a robot, right? So this artificial intelligence will be able to copy what you do. So if you want it to, talk to people, once you sync that up, we haven't done that yet, so it's going to be exciting to do that. But once we sync that up to our accounts, we're going to have a little PA that follows us, that copies everything that we do, so we can step away from the desk, and it will have our knowledge, and it will have its own intelligence as well to make decisions, and it can carry on working for us. Take a look at what they are capable of. They can start a conversation with tens of thousands of people in social media. And I don't know about you, but sometimes when we start a conversation with someone in social media, if they give us some sort of a negative comment back, then we no longer want to talk to them, and maybe we just don't feel like talking today. Well, a digital double does not care about it, doesn't have any feelings. It can talk to one person and get a negative answer, and then, bye, great, have a nice day, and then next it'll talk to another person. So you don't have to worry about that. And this is what they can do. They can look for investors for any of your projects. They can sell or buy goods and services. They can find employees for your business. They can motivate your team to always be in touch with each other. And while you've stepped away from the desk, they can talk to people on your behalf before you come back and, talk to them personally. And also what I love about it is they never sleep. They don't take leave. They don't ask for a raise. And while you're sleeping, they continue to work 24 hours a day. So this is great. I can't wait to have my own personal assistant. I needed one 2 years ago. I'm so busy, so I really am looking forward to when we can use the digital doubles. This is Forbes.com, and they have an article here on the two gentlemen that are helping us with this project, Dmitry and Alexander. Meet the Russian bot man who wants to clone your Salesforce. So this is great too. This is what you can also share with people when you tell them about this particular project that we're doing. You can show them the gentleman that we're in partnership with, and this is a great endorsement for you. So let's have a look at some of the rates that you have to pay to be involved or to get some assistance in data mining. If you want your product or service sold to the masses, you are paying anything from $150 as a single person, entrepreneur, freelancer, or $400, from $400 onward if you are an agency or a big firm or marketing company. Now, those are not our prices. Those are prices of people that want our services, unless you own a business as well and you want that business to have exposure as well on social media, then you'll be looking at that rate as well. The rate of data mining, to be a data miner, to have this new technology, to be part of that, it starts from $100. And they've got a great promotion at the moment, Shane has put the promotion in the chat for you to look at. But look at the plans here. We've got basic is 100 units or 100 US dollars. And basic, what that will do is connect you, allow you to have 2 accounts. So it could be LinkedIn and Facebook, or Instagram and LinkedIn. And you can have a total of 5,000 friends, people that are connected to you across those 2 social media accounts. Now, family is the same as basic, but you're allowed to add family members that are related to you. I'm pretty certain that they have to share the same surname as you. Also 5,000 friends for each family member across the 2 accounts. Now, business, this one is 250 units US dollars, and you're allowed an unlimited amount of social media, and you're also allowed approximately 50,000 to 100,000 friends with this particular package. Now, this is the one that me and my adult children and my husband, we bought this package because we liked it. Although we could have bought the family one, the reason why we didn't buy the family one was because if I had bought it and hooked up my husband and my 4 adult children, and let's just say we couldn't divide the profits. We didn't see how we were going to divide the profits. If it was on my account, I would get all the profits, and I would have a hard time trying to decipher who should have this profit and who should have this profit, right? So what if one person was working harder, one of my kids were working harder than the other, and we just didn't know how to split that up. So we figured, let's all just go for the business package, and we did, and it was definitely a good choice for us. Now, just take a look at this stadium. I assume that there's around about 50,000 people in the stadium. Now, just thinking of the packages that you can purchase, the $100 one will give you 5,000 friends and connections. And if you look at the stadium, that would be a 10th of how many people are in the stadium. So that means that's how many chances you have every time we have a sales campaign that one of those people will look at the ad that there is and buy it to give yourself to be, so you'll be able to, you know, get some sort of an income stream from it, right? Now, if you go for the bigger package, that's 250, then you get 9 times as many. You get the whole stadium of chances to maximize your profits within the data mining program. Now, earlier they did talk about, you know, profits. If you had someone that was a buyer, you know, you would share in 80% of the profits. It was a bit of a guesstimate. If you didn't have buyers, you would share in a lesser amount. I'm not quite sure if that is, you know, will be the case moving forward, because I do hear them speaking about other ways to make money as well. But if this is the case, then you want to absolutely maximize your chances and have as many connections as possible. But again, absolutely your choice, everyone. Will do what's best for themselves. The company, digitaldoubles.com, if you want to have a look at the website. And also, if you want to email them with your own questions, you can do that at info@digitaldoubles.com. Now, I'm going to stop share, and we can break out into a Q&A session if you have any questions about this particular segment. And then after this, we will roll on with Shane and do the workshop. Okay, so just let me know. You can unmute yourself, or you can put your hand up, or you can make a comment in the chat. Okay, no questions.
Done a good job, Rita.
Yeah, good job, Rita.
Okay.
And just one question. Those questions that the digital miners put out to our new members or new prospect, I don't know if anybody has contacted them with an email. At some point, will those questions be, you know, revised where it suits us? Some of them really sound real strange when they, you know.
I guess what you can do is when they're having a data mining webinar is put that question into the Q&A segment. You know, there's a, not in the chat, you know, when people on Zoom, they ask a question in the chat, don't ask it there. There's a certain area in those webinars where you can ask a question. And
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
maybe you ask it then. We'll ask as well, because it seems that people don't like the automatic message that it's giving out.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. Okay, and it's back to you, Shane. I'm going to stop recording. Oh, yes, stop recording. I see.